in a move that's sending shockwaves through the NFL and setting the entire Dallas Cowboys fan base ablaze with speculation. Reports are circulating that the franchise is seriously considering trading star cornerback Trevon Diggs. Yes, you heard that right, Trevon Diggs, one of the defining playmakers of the Cowboys' defense over the last several seasons, may be on his way out of Dallas. If this blockbuster trade becomes reality, it won't just mark a monumental roster shakeup, it could signify the end of a defensive era in Big D. The rumors started with a whisper, trickling out of league insider circles and gaining traction as draft week approached. Initially, few took the idea seriously. After all, Diggs has been a cornerstone of the Cowboys' secondary since he was drafted out of Alabama in 2020. He led the league in interceptions in 2021, earned Pro Bowl honors, and became one of the most electrifying ball hawks in the game. His ability to change the momentum of a game with one read, one leap, one pick, turned him into a fan favorite and a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. But now, the talk isn't just about highlights and accolades, it's about what's next. Let's get into why the Cowboys would even consider such a drastic move. First, the financial implications. Diggs signed a 5-year, $97 million extension with Dallas in 2023. While that deal was structured to be team-friendly in the early years, the cap hit begins to balloon starting in 2025. With Dak Prescott's extension looming, CeeDee Lamb's next contract nearing, and Micah Parsons due for what could be the richest defensive contract in NFL history, Dallas is facing a financial crunch. The front office has to make tough decisions. And it seems Trevon Diggs, as shocking as it sounds, could be the cap casualty that allows the Cowboys to maintain long-term flexibility. Second, the injury history. Diggs missed the majority of the 2023 season after tearing his ACL in practice. It was a devastating blow to the defense and raised questions about his long-term durability. While reports from training camp indicate he's making a strong recovery, there's no guarantee he returns to all-pro form. For a team eyeing a Super Bowl window, uncertainty can become a liability. If Dallas believes Diggs might not reach his pre-injury peak again, or worse, risks re-injury, they may want to move him while his value is still high. Third, the emergence of Darren Bland and the addition of Stephon Gilmore has somewhat softened the blow in the secondary. Bland's breakout season in 2023 turned heads around the league, and Gilmore, despite being a veteran, brought a level of consistency and leadership that bolstered the Cowboys' defensive backfield. That depth could be enough for the front office to believe they can survive, perhaps even thrive without Diggs patrolling the outside. So, what exactly are the Cowboys looking for in return? Insiders suggest that Dallas has been in quiet talks with multiple AFC teams, including at least one franchise in the top 10 of the 2025 NFL draft order. The rumored price tag? A first-round pick and a day 2 pick in either 2025 or 2026. That's a steep ask, but considering Diggs' pedigree, youth, and ball production, several teams are reportedly interested. The Baltimore Ravens, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Pittsburgh Steelers have been floated as potential landing spots, all teams in need of a defensive boost and possessing the draft capital to make a deal happen. But let's not forget the fan reaction. The idea of Trevon Diggs leaving Dallas is, to many, simply unfathomable. Jerseys, murals, social media followings, Diggs isn't just a player, he's part of the Cowboys' identity. He's the younger brother of Buffalo Bills, star Stefon Diggs, and the Brotherhood storyline has captivated fans across the NFL. The chemistry he brought on and off the field can't be easily replaced. From his swagger to his signature celebration after a pick, Trevon Diggs brought charisma that Cowboys Nation embraced wholeheartedly. So, is this trade just speculation, or is it imminent? Sources close to the team say discussions are very real. One insider claimed that team executives were weighing offers seriously, especially with draft positioning and salary cap maneuvering as central factors. Another source suggested that Jerry Jones himself has not yet signed off on any deal, but has been briefed extensively and is keeping a close eye on the potential fallout. The trade window is narrow. If Dallas wants to maximize return and clarity before the season begins, a move could happen as early as the final week of OTA sessions, or in the days leading up to training camp. That timing would give the team the opportunity to integrate new players and adjust defensive schemes well before the regular season opener. But what if the trade doesn't happen? If Diggs stays in Dallas, the Cowboys will have to navigate a delicate balance managing his return from injury, easing cap pressure elsewhere, and potentially risking a mid-season trade with less leverage. On the flip side, keeping Diggs in the fold gives the Cowboys one of the best secondaries in the NFL, especially if he returns at full strength. With Gilmore, Bland, and Diggs on the field at once, opposing offenses would have few safe places to throw. Add in the pass rush, led by Micah Parsons, and you're looking at a defense that could carry the Cowboys deep into the playoffs. This leads us to the bigger question. What does this mean for the Cowboys' Super Bowl hopes? Trading a cornerstone like Trevon Diggs sends a message. It says the front office is focused on long-term sustainability over short-term flash. It might indicate that the team is planning for life beyond 2025, trying to secure draft assets that can replenish the roster as other stars age out or demand larger paydays. But it could also backfire. A misstep in the secondary could expose the defense and put more pressure on Dak Prescott and the offense, especially if the Cowboys don't find equal talent to fill Diggs' void. If Diggs does get traded, who replaces him? Look for the Cowboys to lean heavily on Darren Bland, who proved in 2023 he could handle starting responsibility. There's also the potential for Dallas to draft a young, high-upside cornerback with one of their acquired picks. Free agency remains an option too, with several veteran corners still on the market who could provide stopgap experience. Regardless of what happens, one thing is clear: the Cowboys are entering a pivotal chapter. Whether they decide to keep Diggs or let him go, the ripple effects will be felt not just in Dallas, but across the entire NFL. Fans will debate this move for years. If it leads to a championship, it'll be remembered as a masterstroke. If it falls flat, it'll be seen as the moment the Cowboys let go of one of their brightest stars. As we await official word, the speculation continues. Trevon Diggs himself has been silent, declining to comment publicly amid the trade rumors. His social media activity, however, has fans reading between the lines. A cryptic tweet, an Instagram story featuring a blank stare. These breadcrumbs are fueling the fire and keeping fans glued to every update. For now, Cowboys Nation waits with bated breath. Will this be the end of an era? Or a strategic pivot that leads to something even greater? We'll be tracking every development, every whisper, every insider report as this story unfolds. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay with us as we bring you exclusive coverage of one of the most shocking potential trades in recent Cowboys history. Trevon Diggs in another jersey? It may be hard to imagine, but in the NFL even the unimaginable can become reality overnight.